Hello, I'm Andy, and I'd like to show you how to join the VISCO community today. You have two different ways you can do it. The first is you might get an email from us like this. This is in Gmail, but whatever email you use, you're going to see something like this. Say, hey, welcome to the community. We'd love to have you join. And so on and so forth. From our partners at Podio, that is the ones hosting the VISCO community, and you'll be able to click a Join Now button at the bottom of the email. You may instead get a link or find a link from one of our emails that brings you right into the Podio screen here, where you can sign in or create an account with Podio where the community will be. What is the community? Why did we invite you? It's a collection, a gathering place for VISCO users, such as yourself, to share ideas, to review a bunch of our white papers and things. I'll show you in just a minute what's in the community, but I first want to get you help with signing up on the community. So if we click the Join Now button, we'll be brought into this screen here. It'll ask you to please create a Podio account so you can access the VISCO community at VISCO LLC. I will do that now. My name is VISCO Community Test Person, and my password is use strong password. Yes, sure. Okay, great. Click Next, and Podio is going to set up a membership in the community. You'll get a little welcome message from us. The workspace is all about communicating, collaborating, and so on. You can do the tour, or you can close out of it. I'm going to do the tour real quickly because it's going to show me around how to use our community. And I'll be here. We've got the password saved, and here is the community, right? So there are a bunch of things going on as you're brought into the community initially. Congratulations, you've joined at this point. Happy to have you. One of the things you'll see is a bunch of activity here. You can always get in touch with people within VISCO or just contribute to the conversation in the community here. All activities are noted here. You'll see it's been pretty active recently. You've got our logo, you've got a bunch of really helpful, useful links, such as the YouTube channel, our website, free trial sites, and some reviews of the system, if you're curious what other people are saying about it. You've got the community calendar here. Super excited about this beta launch and our first newsletter coming out. We're going to be doing a Zoom training here too. At the top here is what we call apps. There's a bunch of different things in the community you can do and contribute to, and those are organized in these apps. So the first one after activity, which is sort of our base primary app, is the events area where the calendar is informed. We've got a bunch of different things coming up. Here's another tour note. We've created a few workspaces to track your work. Great, thanks. Set up some apps to keep track of your projects. Yeah, we did that too. We created our first item. We won't do that now, but perhaps at the end we'll show you how to create an item. One thing you're going to see in here is with events is that you've got these release notes. So the most recent release of the system here, referenced to all of our cloud customers at this address, has happened, and it happened on January 28th. And so you can follow along with those release notes, clicking into them. You can also get a connection with any of the release documentation. I'll show you that in just a second as well. For the Podio, you can see this X out over here is how I get out of items that I'm looking at. And again, we'll look at the next series of apps here. We've got a blog here. We write blogs all the time, and we'll be uploading those shortly. You've got many blogs about all the different things we've been writing about over the last 10 or so years we've been writing, and that list will appear here. The gallery, we don't really know what we're going to do with this yet. Hopefully there'll be some fun to be had. Certainly a lot of images around the office and other things like that might be of interest. The link library, we do have this well fleshed out at this point, because what we've done is created links for all the different YouTube videos we've created, many training videos here. There's 14 so far, and we're still in progress with this as with many of these apps. We're building the community. But if you have helpful links and things you might want to contribute to, we ask you to please add your own links. Perhaps we can get additional information, related information for all of our customers in here. The insights is where we're going to host those newsletters. So the first one, sort of a template, or I should say a sample version, has been written. And we're really excited about this idea. I'll just read through it real quickly. Inaugural issue of VISCO Insights, analysis tool for anyone who wants to opt in and address the pressing questions specific to their industry and to global trade as a whole. We're going to use data aggregation services built by the team here at VISCO to gather information the extended VISCO family deems most important to their success. We welcome all relevant questions and email to insights@viscosoftware.com, and we'll consider them for future analysis. But as a reminder, we will never ever share customer vendor names for you or your contacts from VISCO data. Keep this in mind when suggesting a new data point for us to consider. So it's a work in progress, but we're very excited to be able to start working with and communicating with our customers in this new way for anyone who wants. Of course, if you do not want to be part of the data aggregation services, this opportunity, then you don't have to be. We won't continue. We won't consider any of your data. The release notes I alluded to earlier is where we keep track of the summary of each of the releases, each version of the system that goes out. So this most recent one from January 28th has release notes attached. You see we click into it and we get a summary of a couple of the most recent enhancements added to our new system. We've got a plus button, and we've got this mouse overs and change log improvements and a couple other things. So you can feel free to browse the release notes as you might wish to learn more information about recent versions. White papers helps if you're in the process of implementing or perhaps considering integration. There's a bunch of different things that we've written these white papers for. And so I suggest browsing this area when you've got specific things that you want to do with VISCO. You're wondering if other people have done it yet. There'll be contributions here, I think, from many customers and their successes or perhaps failures in attempts to work with VISCO and other systems together. There's, again, allusions here to a ton of different areas of integration. We are references to our API, how people have done some SQL training with the system. Me or someone on the team has done some training with them. So there's all sorts of real cool stuff there. The one thing that people have experienced in the community, and anyone who's using this Podio system will know this, is that you can get inundated with the emails. So once you've set up your account and you created this account attached to that email address, you're going to want to make sure you touch on the account settings here and maybe check off a few of these notifications, because you might get overwhelmed with the emails coming in. My personal ones is just a demo one, but my personal one, I've unchecked all these different things because I do not want on-screen notifications. It can be too much. So yes, if I'm given a task or a mention, I certainly want to hear about that. Changes in the workspace membership, maybe I don't even want to do that, because every time somebody adds or leaves the community, we probably don't need those emails. Being reminded about something, that's kind of a neat idea. So there's a lot of things to look through here. If you have the time or want to take a look at that, I'm going to just save that. Be right back, brought right back into the community here. And that, I think, is all we really wanted to touch on here. If you have questions, as I said, please add us, through here. You can, of course, email the team at support@viscosoftware.com as before. We're not removing any opportunities for communication. This is just a new way of getting in touch with us and a new way to find a lot of the documentation that's available for our customers. And hopefully it'll help serve as a hub, as a communication for customers with each other as well. Good luck, and thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye-bye.